Hey guys. So happy New Year first off. Um, Hope everyone's having a great start of the year so far. Um, I did want to apologize. I had fully intended on uploading that long play of the library haunting or the library house haunting. Um, but as usual, there's always something to do. And, to be honest, kind of waiting for the holidays to be over so that I could start working on some of this stuff. So I think I might have told you guys about this already, but, I used to do insurance through United Healthcare, and yes, it's the same company as the company um, that just had its CEO unalive, shall we say. Um, but yeah, but like for years, they had probably some of the best, at least that I could find, of short-term health insurance. So what that would, because I worked retail, a lot of times um, I wouldn't get health insurance because I was either working part-time and not able to make health insurance, or even if I was full-time, the health insurance at retail companies, at least the ones I worked at, weren't very good. So like when I worked at Kohl's or Target for the holiday season, it was like, they weren't offering health insurance for what would most likely be temporary employees. So, which I understand, that wasn't the big deal. But like I said, I used to just get on the United Healthcare website, look up shop insurance, and they had a whole section that was just like short term, like little policies that would be available for like 6 months, maybe even close to 12 months, like 10 months or whatever. And then you would just pay monthly, pay your fee, and, you know, and usually it was just nice to have in case something big happened. So, and like I said, for years it was fine, except for the last time I applied, which was near the end of the year of 2023. And they were basically, excuse me, kind of, yeah. Um, but they were basically, um, how do I say this? They were, just simple little health insurance things, and you could apply for extras if you wanted to. Like they also had some dental, some vision, some accident policy, that kind of thing. So usually I just apply for short-term health insurance, and then after so many months, it would just the you know the thing would just the insurance would automatically be canceled, And then I'd have to go in and reapply or whatever if I was still working or if I was, whatever. Well, the problem is that, and, it's kind of funny, I was looking into and researching the whole thing about the, where United Healthcare was. It was kind of interesting to hear on the news that, the, you know, that they were using AI to basically deny claims and deny health insurance, and that's what happened to me. I got denied. I applied for health insurance policy like I normally do. Got a letter in the mail saying something to the effect of, because, well, and here's the other thing, and not to give away too much about myself, but because of some of the medications that I take, and also because I worked at Casey's for about half a year, that, well, over half a year actually, um, and was not at the last store I went to. I basically had problems getting them to allow me to use the bathroom. Um, so because of that, my kidney function deteriorated apparently just enough so that, and I can't remember what they said. I think I saved the letter, but I don't remember, and I don't really feel like digging it out right now, and that might have even gotten rid of it. Um, but something about the fact that because your kidney function has decreased since the last time you purchased insurance or something like that, we're unable to um, accept your request for insurance. And so I was like, okay. And also keep in mind, I didn't really know about the kidney being slightly decreased until I went back and went to my doctor again. But that's a whole story in itself. And that's actually part of the reason why I changed doctors from the lady that I had to the lady who was also my dad's doctor. And he was the one who recommended her to me. So, anyway, long story short, so the basic thing is that I was denied health insurance. So, I couldn't get health insurance, but somehow I must have, and this is why I can't figure out, because I have evidence of a document saying I signed up for a dental plan, but it's like under the health insurance plan. And so there's nothing that specifically states that basically I started getting charged for a dental plan and a vision plan. At the time, I didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh, maybe I signed up for it to get some extras. And as you guys can see, my bottom row teeth could use some work. So I was like, well, maybe, maybe I signed up for that with the intent, because I can't remember. I mean, that was a year ago. That was a little over a year ago that this happened, apparently. So apparently, I either purposefully signed up for both the Envision, or I accidentally signed up for those policies, or somebody's numbers are down and they signed me up. Allegedly. Have to say allegedly in this world. But I don't know. But I spend time going through all my downloads because usually I save a copy of, anything like that I download. It's like saved to my files, so if I need it, I can go back to it and be like, okay, this happened on this date or whatever. So the only thing I could find was my very last application for short-term health insurance I filled out. Oh, hang on a sec. I got oh, and I sent my well, I sent uh, the documents to Keys so he could print them out, and he's saying the one's unrecognized. Hang on, let me reply to him really quick, and I'll. Okay, so, but yeah, so basically, well, and the other thing that really irritates me about this whole thing is I can't get, um, like, in order to communicate with anybody from United Healthcare, you have to either register and sign on to the site. They give you, like, there's a site that you go on to deal with anything dealing with your insurance. Well, I just tried logging on there again, and it said something like eligible. I can't say it. I'm not eligible. I'm not eligible to be registered for the site or something. If like I can kind of see that, if if I don't have a health insurance thing, but then that makes me think even more that I got signed up for these two smaller policies without my knowledge, because like I just find that really weird. Like, why couldn't I get on the site? Because I have the cards. I still received the cards like at the beginning of 2024 for the dental. Never did for the vision, keep in mind. And so I'm like, okay, that's weird, you know. So I'm just going, blah, 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 go along trying to figure this out. So I'm over here in the United Kingdom, and I don't need any of that, and I don't even know if the plans would transfer over. So I'm like just wanting to get like a part-time job, start saving up my money again, and eventually be able to get my eyes checked again and get my teeth maybe looked at by somebody so they can see if anything can be done with them or whatever. And so I was just like, well, okay. So I didn't do anything about it for like a really long time because I was still living in the United States. I was still living at home, you know. And so it was like, okay, whatever. And I get charged every month, and that was fine. But now I'm like, like I told you guys, I had to close my American bank account. And now I'm just kind of like, well, what do I do now? And then I got, because to this day, I get like an email from or not an email, but like a notification from the company, do not reply, which is really helpful. Not, but and they said, oh, we're unable to pay, we're unable to charge your card. And then this last time, uh, I was going to be like, I fully planned on sending them a cancellation letter. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. And so then the other day, I was checking my email. I was going through it because I have it on my phone, and I was going through it, scrolling just to check things, to clear things out because I get a lot of junk mail on this account. And so I was like, well, and then I get this notification from them, something to the effect of if you don't get in contact with us, if we cannot charge your card next month, which is already here, fortunately it's not for another week or so, but still, it's like, you charge your, if you charge your, if we can't charge your card, we'll be attempting to collect 2 payments. And I'm like, number one, how are you going to be doing that when I have no American bank account anymore? Number two, don't threaten me with a good time, baby. Because I will be speaking to your manager. But then the other thing that really frustrates me about this whole thing is that I cannot, like, there's no way to, like, email or text message or anything, anybody from United Healthcare. There's nothing as far as that's concerned. So that's part of the thing is that I have to print out a letter, which I just got done writing to United Healthcare, being as specific as I can, and hopefully it gets to the right place, is the whole thing with I just had brain fart. I'm sorry, guys. Um, so I just had a finished writing out a letter to United Healthcare, and like I said, being as specific as I can, explain the situation. I gave them the ID number off of my dental card. I said, I don't have the policy number for the vision card. I never got a card for the vision or anything. And so now, and so I was talking to Keith about it because he has a printer up here, but he hasn't used it in so long that the ink's died. And so since I just need black and white, well, the other thing I need to, which I don't know if I've downloaded. It doesn't show in my downloads, but it's weird. So it's basically if you change your address, you have to fill out this form and send it to the IRS and everything. And so I'm like, okay, I can do that. But again, I don't think the form fully downloaded. Like it showed up in my preview screen, but it didn't show up in my download. So, and that's what Keith was talking to me about. He said, send them to me and I'll print them out for you. Well, apparently he couldn't print out the change of address form, which is fine. But, I'll figure it out one way or another. But it was just like, okay, anyway, so in short, that's why I haven't uploaded the latest adventure of the Scarlet Hollow crew. But it is coming. I just don't know for sure when, because I was want to go and do laundry at some point. But again, I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know, So I apologize, guys. Sorry for keeping you up in the air a little bit, but hopefully the uploads I did for Thanksgiving and Christmas got you through, entertained you all a bit. And I promise next time I upload, I'm going to be back to my usual talking, repeating the dialogue and all that. So, let me know if there's anything else you guys want with that. If you want me to keep the words up on the screen for a little while longer or whatever. Still haven't gotten a webcam for my baby, but I will be working on that. Might take a while, like I said, but other than that, it's been pretty good. It's been a lot of fun, and we had a good New Year's. Keith and I did. We ordered over here. They have Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's slightly different. And so they don't have like mashed potatoes, but we got what they called the gravy bucket. And it came with, I kid you not, 4 little little thing buckets of gravy. And there were like a ton of fries or chips with them. There were, and there were all kinds of different kinds of chicken, popcorn chicken and chicken legs and stuff like that. And so I had a bunch of fun just dipping the chicken into the gravy and eating like that. So it was really good. But yeah, so I wanted to come on here and let you guys know I'm so sorry this is taking a while. I promise it'll be worth it when we get to it, because this upcoming part of Scarlet Hollow is like my favorite chapter so far. It's very, very interesting. It gives you a lot of information, but like I said before, it's all kind of out of order. So you kind of have to piece together, what things are. But yeah, so I don't know for sure when I'll be uploading, but I'll try to give you guys some warning before I do. I'll try to post in the community post once I know for sure, or maybe post on Instagram if I can figure out how to actually type on there and all that stuff. Still figuring that out. Um, but yeah, so other than that, things are going well. It's just, it's the end of the holidays, end of the fun time, so we're back to struggling with how do I do this, how do I do that kind of thing. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. It's almost the weekend. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for sticking with me through all this. And I will talk to you later. Bye.